The Nakajima Ki-43 Hayabusa. The Nakajima Ki-43 Hayabusa, meaning peregrine falcon, was a single-seat, single-engine, land-based tactical fighter used by the Imperial Japanese Army Air Force in World War II and replacement for the Ki-27. Specifications: equipped with a Nakajima Ha-115 14-cylinder air-cooled radial piston engine with 1,300 horsepower, two 12.7mm Ho-103s in the forward fuselage with 270 rounds per gun, two 66-pound bombs, two 550-pound bombs, or two 53 U.S. gallon drop tanks, a top speed of 333 miles per hour, a cruise speed of 270 miles per hour, a range of 1,090 miles, a service ceiling of 36,700 feet, a wingspan of 35 feet 7 inches, a length of 29 feet 3 inches, and a height of 10 feet 9 inches. Design and development. The Ki-43 was designed by Hiro Itokawa, who later became a famous pioneer of Japanese rocketry. The Ki-43 prototype was produced in response to a December 1937 specification for a successor to the popular fixed-gear Nakajima Ki-27 Nate. The specification called for a speed of 310 miles per hour, a climb rate of 1,600 feet in 5 minutes, a range of 500 miles, and maneuverability that was to be at least as good, or maybe better, as the Ki-27. When first flown in early January 1939, the Ki-43 prototype was a disappointment. The Japanese test pilots complained it was less maneuverable than the Ki-27 Nate, and not much faster. In order to solve these problems, Nakajima produced a series of progressively modified prototypes through 1939 and 1940. These changes involved major weight-saving programs, a slimmer fuselage with tail surfaces moved further back, and a new canopy. Critically, the 11th prototype introduced a unique butterfly maneuvering fowler flap, which dynamically moved improved performance in tight turns. The 13th prototype combined these changes and tests of the tests of the aircraft resulted in instructions for Nakajima to place Ki-43s into production. The Ki-27 jigs would be transferred to the Menuso factory at Harbin in Japanese-occupied Manchukuo. Variants. The Nakajima Ki-62 was a Japanese World War II fighter aircraft proposed by the Nakajima Company for use by the Imperial Japanese Army Air Force. In the end, the Nakajima Ki-43 Hayabusa was a great early piston-engine monoplane, but like the Hurricane and the Spitfire, it was overshadowed by the Zero. Unlike the Zero, the Ki-43 didn't start off with a heavy armament. The early models had two .303 caliber machine guns, like the Ki-27. Later models had 50 caliber and 20mm guns. If you have any aircraft to recommend, leave them in the comment section down below.